Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Monday, October 4th, at 6:41 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 584 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Grammy Award-winning rock star Dave Grohl on fame, fatherhood and life in the fast lane. Former Trump aide Omarosa, newly freed from her NDA, suggests Trump won't be healthy enough for a 2024 run. Letters to the editor, really, Californians, another call for a water pipeline? 4 dead on family vineyard in freak winemaking accident. A cartoonist with a $100,000 Al-Qaeda bounty on his head for drawing the Prophet Muhammad's dog died when a truck crashed into his car. Birthday vacation to Iceland turns into 10 days quarantine alone in cruddy hotel room. Pandora Papers, Ahuru Kenyatta family's secret assets exposed by leak. Ex-bus rep Todd Aiken, sunk by legitimate rape remark, dies. New Zealand admits it can no longer get rid of coronavirus. A woman gets to keep the 4-carat yellow diamond she found at a state park in Arkansas, the only state with a public diamond mine. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin is launching William Shatner on October tourist space flight, CNBC. No bail for Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan in drugs case, NDTV. Grisham says it was mistake to work for Trump. The Hill. Battling Delta, New Zealand abandons its zero-COVID ambitions, The New York Times. Tom Brady looked confused at times versus the Patriots, Keyshawn Johnson KJM, ESPN. Aussie CEO says that his beleaguered media company will reopen, CNBC. Harry Styles reveals NSFW meaning of watermelon sugar, CNN. Orange County beaches closed after oil spill off California coast destroys wildlife habitat, CNN. Trump behaves like a presidential candidate, even as he puts off an official announcement, The Washington Post. Nobel Prize in Medicine awarded to David Julius and Ardem Patapoutian, The New York Times. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. NBC NASCAR reporter's response to anti-Biden chant is hilarious. Please stop telling me, well, you chose to have kids. COVID vaccine mandate takes effect for NYC teachers, staff. To win Nobel Prize in Medicine for showing how we react to heat, touch. Trump demands Pulitzer reporting awards on Russian election interference be yanked. Trump boasts he'd beat Ron DeSantis in GOP presidential primary. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick's awkward post-game moment is kinda sad. Bill Belichick's oral hygiene fumble during big game disgusts fans. In Texas, the most important race in 2022 isn't for governor. How to get rid of that nasty smell in your Instant Pot, once and for all. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Police, man dies after gun battle in Ohio. Sanctuary vaccinates chimpanzees against COVID. Officers fed up over lack of resources, low pay. Plane crash caught on video following parade. Barbecue sold to support foster kids and their families. Nurse saves student during medical emergency. Woman runs 105 miles to help wounded veterans. It means the world, man donates kidney to co-worker, friend. City celebrates life of NBA legend Cliff Robinson. 8-year-old battles post-COVID syndrome. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. What we learned from Week 4 of the NFL season. Todd Aiken, whose Senate bid collapsed after a rape remark, dies at 74. Nobel Prize in Medicine awarded to David Julius and Ardem Patapoutian. Johnson & Johnson will seek FDA authorization for a booster shot. Military personnel in UK begin driving fuel trucks to stem shortage. OPEC and its allies will meet to decide whether to raise oil output. New Zealand ends pursuit of COVID-0. Tom Brady beats Patriots in return to New England. NYC's teacher vaccine mandate prompts thousands of last-minute shots. Facebook is weaker than we knew. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Armed man shot and killed attempting to force himself into home, police say. National Taco Day, the history behind the handheld, fast food favorite. Billie Eilish calls out Texas over abortion law during performance in Austin. I'm sick and tired of old men. Chicago woman who got Jeep back after carjacking has vehicle stolen again days later, report. Del Rio residents sound off on Biden's handling of migrant surge. AP Top 25 reality check, Big Ten power surge into October. Squirrel hid 175 pounds of nuts in Chevy Avalanche pickup while owner was away. Supreme Court justices return for in-person arguments as they face down busy term of major cases. Washington Post reporter hammered for framing White House appeasement of Joe Manchin as making grueling cuts. Top NHL picks stay in school, including #1 overall pick. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Monday, October 4th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. 4 Italian family members killed trying to save each other from fumes of fermenting wine. Pictured, Met police officer from same unit as Wayne Couzens charged with rape. Rishi Sunak will throw the kitchen sink at helping furlough workers. China flies 52 aircraft into Taiwan's airspace in largest mission ever. Scarborough's Grand Hotel and Travelodge evacuated after bomb threat. SpaceX's all-civilian crew gets their astronaut wings. Mother who shared photos of her daughter caring for cancer-stricken brother reveals he has all clear. Ministers order Southeast surge to target empty petrol stations in London. The Crown Series 5, Jonathan Pryce gets into character as Prince Philip as filming continues. Bridgerton stylist Mark Pilcher dies of COVID. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Swedish artist threatened for Mohammed sketch dies in crash. UN, Libya's roundup tops 5,000 migrants as concerns grow. China flies record 52 planes towards self-rule Taiwan. Jordan's king denies impropriety in luxury home purchases. Italy's northwest Liguria area hit by floods, mudslides. Provocative Swedish cartoonist hunted by Al-Qaeda dies in a car crash. Romanian billionaire dies when his private plane crashes near Milan. Across Kabul, evidence of Afghanistan's fast unraveling economy under the Taliban is everywhere. While his country struggles, Jordan's King Abdullah secretly splurges. Secret money, swanky real estate and a Monte Carlo mystery. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Pandora Papers live. Boris Johnson says all Tory donations vetted. Kremlin dismisses unsubstantiated claims. Coronavirus live news. New rules for travel in England, New Zealand to phase out elimination strategy. A swearing-in parade and pet care, Monday's best photos. How friend lost to misinformation drove Facebook whistleblower. California beaches closed as devastating oil spill threatens wildlife. Sarah Everard murder, met to launch review of standards and internal culture. The Montana couple taking on wildfires, in pictures. Manchester City provide image of Liverpool fan who allegedly spat at bench. Who signs off offensive items like this, Givenchy criticized for news necklace. Cyclone Shaheen hits Oman and Iran, causing flooding and deaths. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Stephanie Grisham, I regret enabling culture of dishonesty in Trump White House. Climate protesters block 4 roads in London, 38 arrested. Most people in U.S. favor Afghan ally refugees, AP North poll. The daughter of Jane Roe comes to terms with her identity. Nobel Prize honors discovery of temperature, touch receptors. Swedish artist under police protection dies in road accident. Korea's talk-on hotline restored after North's missile tests. Lava from Spanish volcano surges after crater collapse. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Shaheen, tropical cyclone batters Oman and Iran, killing 13. Cuban baseball players defect during tournament in Mexico. Huntington Beach, California oil spill sparks concern for wildlife. David Walliams, harmful Chinese character removed from children's book. Sense of touch and heat research wins Nobel Prize. COVID map, coronavirus cases, deaths, vaccinations by country. Making Facebook safer means less money, whistleblower. Lars Vilks, Muhammad cartoonist killed in traffic collision. COVID-19, India to pay $674 compensation for every death. Pandora Papers, a simple guide to the Pandora Papers leak. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. On this day, October 4, 2000. California oil spill could close beaches for months, prompts outcry against drilling as dead wildlife washes ashore. Environmental catastrophe, crews race to slow massive oil spill along Southern California coast. It was the deadliest place for black people in the U.S. That didn't stop these high school students from changing history. Imbalance of power, while low wage, working women bear the brunt of anti-mask backlashes. Devastating images show disastrous oil spill along Southern California coast. AP poll, most in U.S. favor Afghan ally refugees. George Floyd Memorial statue in New York City vandalized just days after being installed. Showbiz minute, heard, Laurel, Venom. Train smashes through truck stuck on Indianapolis rail line. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Oil spills have marred the California coast, and shaped our politics. LA Mayor Garcetti in confirmation purgatory as Biden's nomination stall. California state park with ties to racist past will now be called by indigenous name. Before OC oil spill, platform owner faced bankruptcy, history of regulatory problems. Column 1, Tiny Acts of Grace, the fine art of kitten fostering. Oil from massive Orange County spill expected to wash onshore for several days. Column, reintroducing the series Black LA, looking at diversity, 39 years later. The smell of oil wafted in the air Friday. Why did it take another day to identify massive OC spill? As oil washes onshore, locals worry about wildlife and rally around first responders. Oil spill seeps into OC's coastal wetlands, a critical link along migratory bird route. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Monday, October 4th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Russian state news outlets covered the Pandora Papers, but made no mention of the involvement of Putin's inner circle. British aircraft carrier have entered the South China Sea for the second time, despite Chinese warnings. Pandora Papers, secret wealth and dealings of world leaders exposed. Swedish cartoonist Lars Vilks, whose Prophet Muhammad depiction drew death threats, killed in car crash. Shares in China property giant Evergrande suspended after debt payments missed. Michelangelo's David statue's private parts covered up at Dubai Expo. With help from Tesla, nearly 80% of Norway's new car sales are electric, Reuters. Hong Kong activists stage demonstrations worldwide during China's National Day. Xi Jinping warns that Chinese laboratories handling deadly pathogens will face closer scrutiny. 3,000 pedophiles held positions in French Catholic Church since 50s. Pandora Papers reveal offshore holdings of Ukrainian president and his inner circle, OCCRP. Pandora Papers, document dump allegedly links world leaders to secret wealth. Taiwan asks Australia for help to prepare for war with China. China sends 77 warplanes into Taiwan, vows to crush country. King of Jordan hidden property empire worth more than $100 million, Pandora Papers reveal. The next headlines are from Forbes. The Green Bay Packers' depth is a big reason they've turned their season around. With a non-election year, TV news and their websites have been losing audience. Aussie media CEO says company no longer shutting down, this is our Lazarus moment. The future of college athlete players' unions lies in an NLRB memo footnote. Nike opens LeBron James Innovation Center, new home of Nike Sport Research Lab. Fox Sports broadcaster Joe Buck prepares for busiest month of the year. How Done Good creates a purpose-only online marketplace to connect purpose-minded retailers with purpose-minded consumers. The Walking Dead finally addresses Rick Grimes' original sin. BTS joins the likes of Rihanna and Jay-Z as the only superstars Coldplay recruits for their hits. Dow, S&P 500, Nasdaq and transports have negative weekly charts despite Friday's strength. The next headlines are from Nature.com. This robot vapes for science. Medicine Nobel goes to scientists who discovered biology of senses. Academia's ableist culture laid bare. Color Me Better, fixing figures for color blindness. The Maori Meeting House that's also a research lab. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,735,727,864 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Terence Blanchard on making Metropolitan Opera history with Fire Shut Up in My Bones. Billie Eilish set to headline Glastonbury Festival 2022. Squid Game success earns Netflix a lawsuit from Korea's SK Broadband. BFI London Film Festival unveils My Name is Leon, Hong Kong mixtape and more for LFF Works in Progress Showcase. Aussie media is not shutting down after all, CEO Carlos Watson says. Pepper Teigen, Chrissy Teigen's mom, whips up Food Network special. Lexus teams up with Marvel's Eternals in advertising alliance. Succession, stronger than ever, builds its third season around a family civil war, TV review. Amazon leading in Japan's booming SVO market, study shows. Creators of Netflix is the billion-dollar code on the battle over Google Earth. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. 9 players from a Cuban national baseball team have defected. A landmark opioid trial puts spotlight on pharmacy chains CVS, Walmart and Walgreens. Pharmacy chains in Ohio will face trial over their role in the opioid crisis. Facebook's new whistleblower is renewing scrutiny of the social media giant. The Medicine Nobel Prize honors the discovery of temperature and touch receptors. A farmer protest in India turns deadly, leaving 9 dead and a town on edge. Taliban-style security welcomed by some, feared by others. Japan's parliament elects former diplomat Kishida as new PM. With Tom Brady's win over the Patriots, he's now beaten every single NFL team. What the Pandora Papers show about how the powerful hide money from public view. The following headlines are from the week. Nobel Prize awarded to scientists for discovery that unlocks one of the secrets of nature. Russian state media ignores Putin's mistress revelations in Pandora Papers trove. Conservative media is killing Republican voters the party can ill afford to lose. America's 2 crime problems. Pandora Papers reveal 14 world leaders, other elites hiding wealth in tax havens, including South Dakota. John Oliver explains why Teflon and other PFAS are bad, everywhere, and what to do about it. Facebook whistleblower tells 60 Minutes her ex-employer isn't malevolent but is definitely destroying societies. Japan's parliament formally elects Fumio Kishida prime minister. Tom Brady ekes out a win against Patriots, sets new passing record, in first game back in New England. Huge oil spill hits Southern California's Huntington Beach, threatening environmental catastrophe. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Astronomers look at super-Earths that had their atmospheres stripped away by their stars. When did photosynthesis begin? Communication with Mars is about to become impossible, for 2 weeks. Future telescopes could be seeing the wrong planets. These are the news headlines for today, Monday, October 4th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Can you see the Big Dipper in autumn? Lacerda the lizard, home to a blazer. The next news is from Politico. Boris Johnson, no going back to uncontrolled migration. Trauma and Trump make Asian American voters a more cohesive bloc, new poll reveals. Biden's new Halloween deadline. French Catholic Church uncovers thousands of pedophiles since 1950. Who's Biden gonna call after Merkel? Former press secretary, Trump will be about revenge if he wins in 2024. Ex-U.S. Rep Todd Akin, sunk by legitimate rape remark, dies. Opinion: Americans with autism have never had more support, except when it comes to employment. January 6th panel braces for collision with Trump. Virginia Democrats attempt to claw back Trump's gains with Latinos. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Religion and the state may never the twain meet. In the Herald, October 5, 1976. Mental health distress levels double for young people during pandemic. Back on home turf, Franzen shows his enduring brilliance. From the archives, 1971, funeral tribute to slain police. Opposition could block $30 in grant to NSW gas-fired power station. The latest illustrations from artist Matt Golding. The latest illustrations from artist Andrew Dyson. The latest illustrations from artist Kathy Wilcox. Best of Cartoons, October 5, 2021. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Market Snapshot, Dow Futures into lower amid heightened uncertainties. Newswatch, Buy the dip has failed, here's what investors need to do next, says Morgan Stanley. For National Taco Day, would you try a chicken sandwich taco? The hybrid item is new to Taco Bell's menu. Tax Guy, what to do if you're the executor of a loved one's estate, starting with when to pay the taxes. Tax Guy, what does an estate executor do? Here's a checklist of the most important financial duties. The Moneyist, I co-signed a refinance on a home my husband bought with his first wife. He never added me to the deed. If we divorce, do I get half? Victoria's Secret introduces a mastectomy bra, part of a breast health campaign for the month of October. Metal stocks, gold futures retreat as Treasury yields edge higher. Futures movers, U.S. oil futures mostly flat as OPEC Plus meeting in focus. The Fed, here's the latest stock market trading issue involving a Fed official. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Revisions of the Patent Substantive Examination Guidelines in 2021, Lexology. Patents, only humans need apply, Lexology. Chinese courts confirm jurisdiction to set global FRAND terms, intellectual property, UK, Mondac News alerts. Form 8K Zomedica Corporation, 4, October 1st StreetInsider.com. Nokia's patents chief gets pushed back in bid to make firms pay, The Star Online. The wood adhesives market exhibits high growth potential and is projected to reach a market size of $4.9 billion by 2026 from $4.1 billion in 2021, at a CAGR of 3.4%, Yahoo Finance. A fast way to lose your patent rights, The Tortoise and the Hare, a lesson applicable to South African patent protection, intellectual property, South Africa, Mondac News alerts. IP audit, what is it all about, intellectual property, worldwide, Mondac News alerts. Up to 80% rebate on patent fees for Indian educational institutions, intellectual property, India, Mondac News alerts. OC Journalism students win Award of Excellence in Public Service Announcement Competition, Albalga. The next headlines are from Quartz. California's oil spill is proof that climate action is worth the cost. Peer-to-peer trading is driving Africa's digital money revolution. How hot peppers helped scientists win the 2021 Nobel Prize in Medicine. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte is setting up his daughter to be his political heir. Anil Ambani might not be penniless, the Pandora Papers show. Why Evergrande suspended its shares. Evergrande shares are suspended. A Chinese city sent vice cops to crack down on murder mystery games. Hedge fund investor Mark Lasry's tough week just got a lot worse. Distressed Indian household have pledged $8.5 billion in gold for loans. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. South Korean ICE somehow thinks Netflix owes it money because Squid Game is popular. Funniest most insightful comments of the week at Tech Dirt. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. School shooting. Facebook whistleblower, 16 minutes. Eternals. On my block. Tony Bennett. Patriots. Aaron Rodgers. Pandora Papers. NBA. Seahawks vs 49ers. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. European gas prices soar to record highs. Russia awaits EU approval for delivery of supplies via Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Russian publishers ask authorities to punish Facebook after Instagram ignores demands to delete mass amounts of pirated content. Legal squiggles could delay start of Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline operation, Russian officials warn, as EU energy crisis deepens. Anti-vax ice hockey star Archibald out indefinitely after developing heart condition following COVID-19 diagnosis. Semiconductor chip shortage could extend through 2022. Top of the world, Russian wrestler beats American rival who had hammered previous opponents 41-02 in finals gold, video. Dozens of environmental activists block Shell's oil refinery in Netherlands in protest over greenwashing ads, photos. Pandora Papers just another tool for the West to interfere in developing countries, says Chinese state media boss. Clash in the Caucasus, as Georgia's EU dream crashes on the rocks, bombastic Saakashvili's dramatic return has been a non-event. Russia further tightens restrictions on foreign agent non-profits, labeled groups must send annual reports to Justice Ministry. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Taiwan informs Australia it's preparing for war as China sends record 52 projects toward island. Tesla shorts run for the hills, Wedbush's Ives calls delivery numbers major feather in the cap for bulls. Oil spikes to highest since 2014 after OPEC plus JMMC wrecks $400 K output increase. Activists harass Sense, Cinema, mention over $3.5 trillion budget bill. How long will it take to normalize, and what will normal look like? Futures light on Evergrande, stagflation, energy crisis fears. Facebook whistleblower claims profit was prioritized over clamping down on hate speech. Amplify Energy shares crash 35% after Southern California oil spill. The big trade hidden under the surface. Global supply chain crisis to last until 2023, says Middle East's largest port operator. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Pandora Papers, Russia dismisses leaks implicating Putin. Pandemic policing in multicultural Australia. Court allows Judge Bitter to resume Beirut blast investigation. Another billionaire helps China's Evergrande with stake purchase. ASEAN disappointed with Myanmar military's peace commitment. 2 U.S. scientists win Nobel Prize in Medicine. Will Trump run again, and win? Swedish prophet Muhammad cartoonist killed in car crash. The Jim Crow convictions. Chinese politician in Pandora Papers look to trade U.S. stocks. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Gabbard, our leaders lost sight of the mission in Afghanistan. Pompeo, kids all across America are going to die as a result of Biden admin failure to secure border. Lieutenant Cole Scheller rejects Trump support, I don't need or want your help. 1,606 people shot June through August in Mayor Lightfoot's Chicago. Pipeline leak off the coast of Huntington Beach dumps 126,000 gallons of oil into Pacific. Exclusive, Republican Glenn Youngkin hits back at Creature of the Swamp McAuliffe's campaign, they're desperate now. Watch, leftist protesters stalk, harass Senator Kyrsten Sinema in a restroom. Border Patrol unions Judd, I've never seen the morale any lower than it is right now. 22-year-old NYC man arrested 46 times this year for retail thefts. Carney, Teen Vogue wants the Fed to be a force for justice. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. 5 Midwestern governors sign up to create DEV charging network to keep electric vehicles moving. Australia returns huge Daintree rainforest to its Aboriginal owners, bordering Great Barrier Reef. Rescued seal celebrates 31st birthday with ice cake and falls asleep right on top of it, look. Making clean hydrogen energy is hard, but researchers just solved a major hurdle. A floating flower garden in Tokyo immerses visitors with orchids that move as you approach. Watch. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Monday, October 4th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Children's book returned to Toronto Library after 43 years. Kabul faces blackout as Taliban don't pay electricity suppliers. Church sex abuse, thousands of pedophiles in French church, inquiry says. Florida man captures large alligator with trash can. Croc bites low-flying drone, video survives. 2 adults throw food at teen worker at Maryland ice cream shop. Police searching for man who allegedly took dirty diapers from Toronto daycare. I could have easily died, said this woman whose wedgie from wearing high-cut jean shorts on a date landed her in the hospital. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. How to report scam apps in the App Store. We interviewed Siri about what it's like to turn 10. 5 Midwest states join forces to boost electrification. Google is monopolizing online ads in Australia, and that's bad. 3 ways to build customer loyalty in 2021. Who is Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen? This Ninja Dragon Max flip drone is a brilliant flyer, has an HD cam, and it's up to 50% off. Save almost $400 on a subscription to this VPN app that offers an ever-expanding library of entertainment content. Thought you loved Python? Wait until you meet Rust. The next headlines are from Information Week. Why enterprises are training AI for local markets. 3 ways to better apply AI to small data sets. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Monday, October 4th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. With weakened emergency authority, is Governor Spencer Cox making the most of his power to fight COVID-19? How about this jazz podcast? Can the Utah Jazz play small ball when needed? To get help buying a house in Utah, how about sharing the equity you learn? After his wife was put on a ventilator, a husband faced an agonizing decision. Should he do whatever it took for her to wake up? The rundown, Evan McMullin preparing to run for U.S. Senate in Utah. Maureen Dowd, Kirsten Sinema stars in her own film. Mary Dixon, bill may be the last chance to help Utah downwinders. One-time presidential candidate Evan McMullin will mount an independent bid to oust Republican Senator Mike Lee, Robert Gehrke reports. Latest from Sunday LDS General Conference, new temples, church's name, safe vaccines and regaining trust highlight speeches. Where the next 13 Latter-day Saint temples will be built, including a 28th in Utah. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Andrew Yang suggests power may affect politicians' brain neurons. Call center pranking scam baiters amass millions of fans on social media. New Zealand might launch its own digital currency. Facebook whistleblower speaks, shares documents on deliberate lies and disregard of misinformation, contacts U.S. regulators. Why chip-constrained car makers cannot just transition to newer chips. Ancient footprints could be oldest traces of humans in the Americas. Java's enhancement proposals pursue virtual threads, data aggregate types, and better communication with C libraries. Gas-powered leaf blowers, the most polluting machinery still in legal use. Is the coronavirus just getting better at airborne transmission? Ransomware gangs are complaining that other crooks are stealing their ransoms. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Gabby Petito's mother joins Twitter to call for justice. Mama Bear is getting angry. Johnson & Johnson set to seek authorization for its booster shot. Photos, the Chiefs soar past the Eagles and take the win with 42-30. St. Charles police pursue Dent in Normandy Monday morning. Dry start to the week Monday with high temperatures in mid-70s. Man shot at North St. Louis County Chalet Apartments. Wentzville man goes on trial for Metro East attorney's death today. You paid for it. St. Charles leadership discuss COVID protocols as cases rise in schools. Ex-Facebook manager alleges social network fed Capitol riot. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Verdict to be read in Church's chicken shooting murder trial. They teased, they faded, some moments to remember and forget, from the Padres' second half. Man stabbed, shot by 5 attackers in Barrio Logan neighborhood. 1 dead into car crash in El Cajon. Study, more than half of police killings were misclassified between 1980 and 2018. No doubt about it, hiker reportedly tells authorities he saw Brian Laundrie near North Carolina border. Toddler wounded in shooting in Ramona, sheriffs. 1 hospitalized, 21 displaced in Birdland neighborhood apartment fire. San Diego County reports decrease in COVID cases, no new deaths. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Russia expects doomsday submarine trials to be done by year's end. Peru leads multinational force in amphibious landing during Unitas LXII. U.S. Army tests newest generation sniper system. U.S. Navy's newest air-to-ground missile is cleared for production. Sikorsky handed over first Connecticut-built CH-53K helicopter to U.S. Marines. U.S. Navy christens newest guided missile destroyer in shipyard ceremony. U.S. Army orders more jam-resistant GPS systems. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Monday, October 4th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Catastrophic California oil spill kills fish, damages wetlands and closes beaches. Southern health workers in Antioch go on strike. 2 Americans, including UCSF professor, win Medicine Nobel Prize. NASA shares beautiful photo of elegant galaxy. New Zealand admits it cannot get rid of COVID, plans to ease lockdown. Ex-Facebook data scientist alleges social network fed the Capitol riot, chooses profits over safety. Man suffers critical burns in suspicious brush fire near Discovery Bay. Oil company says pipeline shut down after California leak. 10 people injured after car crashes into San Leandro 7-Eleven. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Forever a Rolling Stone, Bob Dylan bringing tour to Chicago November 3rd. Amid global energy crunch, OPEC Plus weighs how much oil to pump. Dortmund sweats over Holland fitness in Bundesliga break. Pope, faith leaders sign joint climate appeal before summit. Response time questioned in Southern California oil spill. Leaked Pandora records show how the powerful shield assets. Better, will misconduct allegations force Eric Ferguson out of the mix? Lincecum, Nudge says the Bears found an identity Sunday, but what is it? The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Report, these used cars had the greatest year-over-year price increases in Seattle. Research study finds Washington's favorite Halloween candy. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Sam 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Victor 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 29.18 km, in Kermadec Islands, New Zealand, April 10, 2021, 6:34 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6.3 m, depth 10 km, in South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands April 10, 2021, 3:54 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.6 m, depth 10 km, in Iran April 10, 2021, 2:39 UTC, 1,270,000 people within 100 kilometers. Orange alert for tropical cyclone Yulub 21/21. Population affected by category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.281 million. Green forest fire alert in Namibia. Green forest fire alert in Argentina. Green forest fire alert in Botswana. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Monday, October 4th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. HPD communicating with armed man inside downtown Houston business. 2 Americans are Nobel Prize winners for showing how we react to heat, touch. Houston Food Mart sells $20 million winning lotto ticket. Teen, bicyclist and pedestrian killed in multiple crashes during deadly night on Houston roads. Weak front brings amazing weather this week. Shooter on the run after killing Dallas visitor outside private party. Neighbor killed, 3 others injured in gunfire exchange in Southeast Houston mobile home park, HPD said. 3 Valley workers identified in deadly crash caused by reckless driver near sports bar Friday night. Al batting champion U-League Gurriel lifts Astros over A7-6. ABC 13 celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. AP photos, Taliban face shift from war to policing streets. With oil market tight, OPEC Plus decides how much more to pump. As ruling UK Conservatives meet, businesses clamor for help. Death toll in Cyclone Shaheen now 13 as storm churns in Oman. Liz Weston, how gratitude can help your financial life. Activists call for EU ban on fossil fuel advertising. Cattle and ex-leader Puigdemont faces Italy extradition hearing. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Vandal splatters grey paint on George Floyd bust in Union Square. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. UN's ambitious blueprint for the future and a call for action. Guterres highlights enormous benefits of greener cities. In Barbados, Guterres highlights power of youth voices ahead of key trade and development conference. UN chief condemns attack on UN peacekeepers in Mali. 7 climate action highlights to remember before COP26. Brussels mural paints positive picture of ecosystem renewal. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. New Zealand abandons controversial zero-COVID policy. Soldier supersuits will send surroundings soon. Hospitals should hire, not fire, nurses with natural immunity. Iran says war with Israel has already begun amid fresh covert attacks. COVID-19 detention camps, are government roundups of resistors in our future? The last of our human freedoms, COVID-19 84 meets the brave new normal. Pandora Papers, biggest ever leak of offshore data exposes financial secrets of rich and powerful. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Leaked Pandora records show how the powerful shield assets. Crews race to limit damage from major California oil spill. Is the original Law and Order returning to television? Did a group set new record for world's longest charcuterie board? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. World's most famous penis covered up in Dubai. Inside Alabama sick plan to spend COVID cash on prisons. Trump's sprawling use of NDAs now threatens to humiliate him. Succession Season 3 is as great as you hoped, and will make you hate the Roys. If you must sleep on cotton sheets, sleep on these from Riley Home. Steve McQueen is not here for happy clappy Disney movies. The gangland murders forcing Israel to its breaking point. America's finally telling the anti-vax nuts where they can go. The most hotly anticipated TV shows of fall 2021, from Succession to the return of Larry David. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Clint Eastwood wins $6.1 million in damages in CBD fakery lawsuit. Kramer and George aren't even in one of Seinfeld's best episodes. COVID vaccine mandate for NYC teachers starts today, with 97% inoculated. Patriots fan Schwartzy goes viral for acting extremely Boston during Tom Brady's return. Jeff Bezos sparks internet speculation after complimenting Netflix's Squid Game. He would absolutely be a VIP. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. How to image the cosmos in hydrogen alpha with a Canon RAW. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. 2 U.S. scientists awarded Nobel Prize for discovery of receptors. Iconic Roman pine trees at risk from dangerous parasites. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. William Shatner, 90, set to be oldest man shot into space. The 1990s card game that predicted 9/11, Donald Trump, COVID and the Capitol riot. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. New Zealand family returns home safe and well weeks after being reported missing. Facebook prioritizes profit over safety, says whistleblower. Teen discovers mom's dead body in bed after neighbor's gun accidentally discharges. Heavily armed nurse kills co-worker inside Philadelphia hospital, wounds 2 cops in shootout, police. Attorneys for Parkland shooter Nicholas Cruz ask for delay in trial for jail guard attack, citing lead defender's illness. Man kills 3 co-workers with knife and bat, injures 4th. Just 10 violations so far under New York City's vaccine mandate for businesses. Dirty laundry sign, basket placed at Gabby Petito Memorial at Fianc's family home. Major oil spill off Southern California Sully's beaches, kills wildlife, cancels Pacific Air Show. Make polluters pay, activists tell Schumer, you make a mess, you clean it up. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Day watch, as the Bears' eye move to suburbs, cities are smarter now. Reverend Jesse Jackson turns 80 this week. Chicago restaurants still seeking relief. The Sox will always be part of our family identity. For these Latino fans, White Sox pride is generational. Chicago Pride Fest wraps up, but without a parade this year due to COVID-19. At tailgates Sunday outside Soldier Field, Chicago Bears' possible departure is a burning issue. Arlington Heights, if they move, here I come. Chicago Pride Fest wraps up, but without a parade this year due to COVID-19, everyone here is just themselves. Man on parole for kidnapping held mother and daughter in their Chicago home, cut them with butcher knife and set building on fire in days-long ordeal, prosecutor says. Leon Township High School cancels homecoming after guns found near South Campus. Teen among 2 fatalities during overnight gun violence that left 17 wounded, including 3 injured in the Gold Coast. 2 shot close to near North Police Station, 1-year-old suffered cuts from broken glass, police say. Woman, 37, killed in North Side hit-and-run crash following rolling shootout, Chicago police say. The following headlines are from phys.org. Increasing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere teaches old oaks new tricks. Scientists sound the alarm over drought in East Africa. Multi-step mechanism of nanostructure formation in liquid crystal. Study supports theory that dragonflies migrate across the Indian Ocean. Simulations suggest an Earth or Mars-sized planet may be lurking out beyond Neptune. Reducing air pollution, how can changing behaviors help? Japanese astronomers investigate magnetar XTEJ 1810-197. Britney's conservatorship shows how the legacy of eugenics in the U.S. continues to affect the lives of disabled women. Study provides rare window into work life of app-based drivers during pandemic. Hungry microbes found responsible for stealing medicine from shed aquariums animals. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Monday, October 4th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. 8 ancient languages still spoken today. Best Delta 8 THC for sale, top 9 vendors of 2021. Hurricane Sam, what a long, strong trip it's been. The truth about truth serum. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Man killed in downtown Seattle shooting Sunday night. Trump, talked out of announcing a 2024 bid for now, settles on a wink and not on official candidacy. Tips for decluttering when you have kids. How Washington state schools are using a historic amount of federal aid to operate during the pandemic. Need a new monitor for your computer? You can wear one on your face. Gig workers face big tax surprise next year. This gluten-free chickpea pancake with mushrooms and apples makes an easy full supper. Are workplace wellness programs all they're cracked up to be? Here's the deal. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Missing wolf 493 suspected to be in Ventura County. Cook this, bring on the braise this fall season. Malibu Farms cauliflower and broccoli boo falafel recipe. Malibu Farm, beach picnic potato salad recipe. Marauding gang of raccoons at large in Union City. How some Bay Area businesses are trying to entice workers to return. 49ers report card, can Trey Lance stop losing streak before it snowballs? Amazon buys Big Milpitas campus as tech titan widens shopping spree. The SF Giants clinching victory featured another memorable Buster hug. UCSF scientist shares in Nobel Prize in Medicine. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Donald Trump to Pulitzer Board, take back prizes for stories on Russia collusion. Joe Biden congratulates new Japanese PM. Aussie CEO Carlos Watson says company will not shut down. Americans sour on Biden's budget plan, 70% oppose tax increases to fund poll. John West Townley, former NASCAR driver, killed in Georgia shooting. To win medicine Nobel for showing how we react to heat, touch. Ex-U.S. Rep Todd Akin, sunk by legitimate rape remark, dies. Philadelphia hospital shooting suspect captured, 2 officers shot. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Says case files reveal undisclosed U.S. military sex crimes in Okinawa. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Monday, October 4th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Why coffee could cost you more at groceries, cafes. Dear Abby, I'm dating a better man now but miss my abusive ex. HUD Secretary Marsha Fudge hit Chicago on Tuesday to promote President Biden's housing agenda. In cleaning up the town dock, Ghostbusters makers say, we came, we saw, we kicked off a phenomenon. $5 PepsiCo program to create job pathways for 3K young people on South, West sides. Illinois family pleads with vaccine skeptics after fully vaxxed grandmother dies at 66, our worst fears came true. 3 men wounded in Gresham shooting. 3 armed carjackings within hours on North and Northwest sides, 1 person critically wounded. Horoscope for Monday, October 4, 2021. Tom Brady beats Patriots, sets passing yards record in New England return. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Why UP needs to worry about fallout of Lakhimpur Kheri violence. Mahindra Thar crosses 75,000 unit bookings, diesel dominates. Exclusive, Samir Wankid is sacrificing his personal life. Incriminating material found from Arian's mobile, ASG. COVID, health conditions make you more prone to death post-vaccine. Medicine Nobel, David Julius, Ardham Patter-Paushan joint winners. IPL Hive, Chennai face Delhi in battle for top spot. IPL 2021 live score, Delhi vs Chennai. Secret offshore wealth, key findings from Pandora Papers. OnePlus Nord May 2nd not be OnePlus last launch of 2021. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Monday, October 4, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Try Highway Vodka's hemp-based vodka for National Vodka Day. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston this week. Things to do, read Prince a Portrait of the Artist in Memories and Memorabilia by Paul Sexton. The 2021 Astros regular season by the numbers. Things to do, where to find Houston dining deals this National Taco Day. Things to do, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, Bayou Music Center, October 6, 2021. Bills lay the smackdown on overwhelmed Houston Texans. Preview, Darwin in Malibu at Main Street Theater. The next headlines are about world records making news. Man City ace Kyle Walker justified world record fee, despite Roy Keane criticism, with incredible trophy, TalkSport.com. Matt Said staring at bright future after breakout at FINA World Cup, Swimming World magazine. Vanilla smashes world record, 8 days, 12,000 miles, comms package, UASweekly.com, UASweekly.com. London Marathon, St. Albans fastest cake sets Guinness record, BBC News. Fort Pierce hosts Firefighter Combat Challenge World Championship, St. Lucie defends title, TC Palm. Babar Azam breaks Chris Gale's world record, SAMAA. Fabian Dressler sets new world record for fastest elbow drag, ride apart. Americans hit world junior record in mixed 450 medley relay in Berlin, swim-swam. 2021 FINA World Cup Berlin, Day 3 Finals Live Recap, swim-swam. All the records broken at the Virgin Money London Marathon 2021, Guinness World Records. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Updates from Aquaman 2, She-Hulk, and more. Could fossil fuel companies ever be tried for crimes against humanity? New Zealand abandons COVID-0 strategy, leaving few countries still pursuing virus elimination. 9 horrifying facts from the Facebook whistleblower's new 60-minute interview. Trump tells judge he will suffer irreparable harm if he's not allowed to tweet. The Walking Dead discovers the most obnoxious man in the zombie apocalypse. Major oil spill off the coast of Southern California has dolphins swimming through the oil. HBO's True Blood looks back at itself with a rewatch podcast. Marvel's Eternals spot reveals the MCU's first big screen gay couple. YouTube TV and NBC Universal have kissed and made up. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Jarrah in Kuwait at 114.26 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.7 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Amundsen in minus Scott's South Pole Station at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Let's make a deal. Entrepreneur wants to trade Buron shuttle for a Skyle. Making sense of Mazda's MX-30 electric commuter car. Elizabeth Holmes' defense strikes back in cross-examination of lab director. The decreasing cost of renewables unlikely to plateau anytime soon. The controversial quest to make cow burps less noxious. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Trump-backed candidate has a residency problem in Alaska, according to GOP's Lisa Murkowski. Less than half of police killings are accounted for, here's why. These are not patriots, skeletons replace Capitol rioters in massive Halloween display. Expert, Trump's decision to leave Asia-Pacific Trade Pact remains one of the worst made by an American president. Best Paris Baguette winner bakes up controversy over alleged extremist posts. Trump puts off 2024 campaign to avoid owning GOP losses caused by toxic brand, report. Subpoenaed Trump associates facing trap as deadline looms to turn over January 6 records, report. Revealed, Mike Flynn hit $200K payments for Middle East nuclear plant before joining White House. America is amusing itself to death, and the media still cannot face the truth. This historically red Texas county diversified in the last decade. Now, Republicans are trying to divide up its voters of color. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Can we move our forests in time to save them? How to reform the oil industry from within. This is the newest front in anti-vaxxers' war on Instagram misinfo controls. Largest ever leak of offshore files reveals the secret finances of hundreds of billionaires and world leaders. This week a Facebook whistleblower will reveal herself. The company is trying to discredit her claims. Sanders says Democrats will likely have to lower the price tag on Biden's spending bill. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. What's happening? Announcement WyomingNews.com, Wyoming Tribune. Stargazing, living in the Milky Way, Fredericksburg.com. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Babies and toddlers may exit the pandemic with lower IQs, researchers have found, the sector. Neuromorphic computing, next generation AI, more than digital English. Is problem solving a problem for AI development? Analytics Insight. How the Crisis Response Unit is changing Olympia's response to public safety calls, The Olympian. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Jeff Bezos' billionaire health club, why Silicon Valley's new obsession is living forever, telegraph.co.uk. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Monday, October 4th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Monday, October 4th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. Newsite is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by Newsite. All rights reserved.